So guys, I did a little more than I did before with my emotional video. I'm really tired, so I've stopped now. I still want to get rid of some of those, like all here next to the mango tree, and some next to there's a cherry tree there. There's a little plum tree here too. It was being suffocated by the sugarcane, so I took down some, and now I want this to dry, and then I'm going to burn it. So if you watched my other video before, you would have seen me get all emotional, and you know people are gonna get angry with me. I'm talking about this right now and all my pores are raising on my skin. It's because I'm so passionate about what I said earlier, thinking about what our ancestors would have gone through having to cut cane in the earlier days, and then they work so hard. What irks me is that they work so hard to make their children's lives better, right? So when they do come and pass away now, and they leave all that they worked for, and the children inherited, you find children fighting. Why weren't you all fighting to help them cut cane in the sugarcane field? Why weren't you all doing that? There's a blackbird there. Why won't you all help fight with the cutlass to cut the sugar cane that they had to turn the tractors to carry to the sugar cane field? Nobody wants to do the hard work, right? But everybody just wants to inherit. And I know a lot of you will get angry with me for that, but that's a fact. We know it's a fact. Children do fight for the property and the bank accounts that the parents would have left. Anything that they could inherit without having to work for it, we know that's a fact. All right, so it hurts me to see that you want to fight for things like that, and then sometimes you have these same parents who work so hard and they get old and then they get sickly, and nobody wants to take care of them. Nobody wants the responsibility of having to bathe them and feed them and clothe them. They say once a man, twice a child. Well, yeah, and it becomes our duty then to take care of them, and then you have these children who turn out so ungrateful. They don't want to do anything in the latter days, and then when they do, I have some of them when they do, later on they have to say, well, I did do this. Yeah, I say it like that. I said it like that. I did this and I did that for my parents when when they get old. So I should get this and I should get that. No, no. That is your duty to take care of your parents, right? They took care of you when you were little, and then some of you might say, well, I didn't ask to be brought into this world. Well, too bad. You understand? You didn't ask, but you don't know what happened with your soul before. Let's not go down that route. But the whole point of the matter is, loving your parents, loving your ancestors, respecting them, showing gratitude. And I think in many religions, especially with Hinduism, we have that special time of the year called Pitri Paksh, which is dedicated to our ancestors, where we just have to do a little bit of offerings in their names. That's all it is. Offerings in their names to God, and pray for their souls, to have peace and bliss. And if we believe in reincarnation, and if they are reborn, that they have a better life, that soul has a better earthly experience and no hardship as they would have encountered in their earlier lives. So I know it's a whole thing that I just went around there, but let's not have that feeling that we have rights to fight for this and fight for that because I did this and I did that. Because guess what? When your parents had you, they didn't say, well, I had 5 children or 3 children or 10 children or whatever the case is, and it's somebody else's responsibility. They took care of all of you equally. All of you equally. They might not, you might have felt maybe a little insecure, or that they didn't give you enough love or show you enough attention, because that's what is happening now with this generation. Everybody is so attention seeking that they think if the parents doesn't hug them or kiss them or whatever the case is, and all these psychologists come with this nonsense and all too. I mean, long time when parents had to work, it was to work, take care of the children to the best of their ability, make sure they have food, make sure they have clothes, make sure they got the best education possible. And many parents did that, right? That's why we have so many doctors and lawyers today, and engineers and all these things. You know, a lot of them sacrifice tremendously to send their children to university. Who couldn't? Well, you know, it's because of circumstance, you know, but I am sure they did their best for you. So with that being said, that's why I got emotional this morning thinking, getting emotional again, thinking about how ungrateful children can be sometimes. Yes, they are the ones who are grateful too, but sometimes you really find ungrateful children who just think they have rights for everything, you know, that they, and I'm talking about grown adult children here, I'm not talking about little children, you know, grown adults, big men in the 30s and 40s and 50s, some even in the 60s too, still toting feelings about who get what and who didn't have what, and you know, you might have land dispute and end up in court, and property dispute and end up in court, and all these things. But what all they work for? What all they work for? All they didn't work for nothing. Their parents work for it, right? Yes, you might have helped fix something or do something or maintain something, but your parents are the ones who sacrificed. This is my grandmother's hat, my nanny, my mother's mother. This is her hat. This hat she used to wear. I'm not sure if she used to wear it when she worked at the sugarcane fields, but I know she had it. She would do like little gardening around her house and stuff. And when she died, it, for some reason I don't know, it ended up home by us here. So, and it's still here. We're in 2024. My grandmother died maybe about 30 something years ago, and it's still here. And it's very good material. You don't get material like this anymore, you know. And yes, I'm talking a lot about these things because when you reach a certain age in life, you realize how much your parents and grandparents sacrificed for you. You know, I was making the comment about Pitru Paksh. So Pitru Paksh is a 2-week period dedicated to our ancestors, those grandparents and parents who have passed on long before us. They've become ancestors, right? And so we have this 2-week period dedicated to them. And the thing about it, it is a way for us to give gratitude, to be thankful for all that they have done for us. You know, some people see certain things as bad that has happened in their life, or their parents did bad to them, or whatever the case is. But listen, everything has a blessing in it. There's always a blessing in disguise, and you have to look at it from that perspective. Sometimes if you think you didn't get a copybook or a pen or a pants, or your friends had gym boots, I think long time they had gym boots, you didn't get the gym boots, it was because your mother had to buy flour, or she had to pay the shopkeeper some money for groceries that she was owing them. So when she cut cane, you know, she had to put aside money to pay so they could have food. Yeah. I mean, now it's kind of like sinking in, having listened to so many stories from my Aji and from my father as well. You know, it's amazing. I used to sit down and listen to them, and you know, empathize with them and all these things. And I guess now I kind of fully understand. So during that period of Pitru Paksh, you know, be thankful, give gratitude. You know, I think, and to be honest with you, I think children who don't do that, they're very ungrateful. You know, if you don't say thank you to your ancestors for how far you have come, you're very ungrateful. When I was doing counseling at university, one thing the lecturer had said that still sticks with me till now is that how you exit your past will determine your entry into the future. How you exit your past will determine your entry into the future. So, you know, make sure that you had a good exit. You know, you thank your ancestors, and their blessings are so important for us to have a successful life as well. Not because they've departed and gone. Many people say you talk to them in heaven, and you talk to them, you look up at the sky and talk to them, which means you believe that they still exist, right? So if you do that, and you believe that they still exist in heaven or in the sky somewhere, then you would want them to be guiding you and giving you their blessings so that your life continues to be better or to get better if it's bad right now. So be grateful. Gratitude is such an important thing in life. And don't demand that this is mine and that is mine and that is the next. Did you work for it? If you didn't work for it, then don't demand it. I know that then you say that one will get it, and well, if they get it, what? So what? Then you can call yourself a self-made man or self-made woman because you work for what you have. And then who knows, your children. So sometimes you have to break the cycle. You have to be the bigger one and break the cycle of grab, grab, grab. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I know some of you will not agree. A lot of you might have some toxic comments to make. It will be deleted, I'm telling you now. So if you're coming with some negative toxic comments, I will delete you. If you cuss me or say anything bad, I'm going to delete you and block you as well. Alright? So bear that in mind if you're going to leave a comment. Anyway, guys, I'm done for today. Well, maybe at least for now. Maybe later in the day I'll try to do some more work. But yeah, thanks for chilling with H today.